Ladies and gentlemen, I know you were worried about us, but we are back. This is episode 1 of season 2 of Hillbilly Therapy. It's crazy. First and foremost, at the start, I did get a few emails, so we do have to, me and Dan, Mr. Dan Fraley here, joining me again for another season. He did not run away.
Not yet.
But we did get some emails, so we do now have to start each episode letting people know we are not actual doctors. I am not actually a therapist. So this is not a professional therapist giving you advice.
And I'm legally barred from even trying to become one. So, works out.
That's a story for season 3.
It is.
Yes, that is. Wow. Okay. I thought I was the crazy. I swear, when we started this podcast, I thought I was the crazy one. He was the sane one. And I swear, the more we're learning that, he may actually be the crazy one.
I swerved you. Swerved you good.
Swerve, yes. Just straight Vince McMahon swerve. 90 swerve.
Oh, yes.
There was the Hulk Hogan joining the NWO and Dan Fraley going crazy.
Oh, well, yeah, that's pretty much.
It's our generation's NWO.
And I don't have a spray tan, so,
Yet.
Yeah, well, hopefully not.
But here in episode 1, it's been a while since we've been around. We've had a lot of stuff go on, so this first episode, we're just going to talk about what's been going on in the world and say some bitch. That's pretty much what's going to happen in this first episode. And then we'll get back to our original, you guys sending in your questions, which you guys can do by commenting on the page. Go and do facebook.com/hillbillytherapy. Make sure you like it, share it, all that fun stuff. But also send us a question of what you may need help with. Because this is an interactive podcast. If not, it's just me and Dan sitting around talking. And let me tell you, it gets boring.
It can. It can.
We've been in 4-hour car rides. And let me tell you, it gets weird. We turn into Southern Baptists on the back roads of Indiana. It got weird.
Hey, you don't turn to a Southern Baptist, how does it not get weird?
It's true.
That's all I'm saying.
Great. I'm going to start getting messages from Southern Baptists.
Oh, you will. It'll all be in caps.
Oh.
And the Lord
said.
Yeah.
All right. So we've had a lot of things going on. I first wanted to make fun of a couple of, I believe, senators. One may even be a congressman. I'm not sure. I don't do research. But we had Maureen Walsh, who is a Washington State senator, not Washington D.C.
No, the state.
But Washington State.
State senator. Love
out there where it rains and they smoke weed.
Yes, the junior varsity.
The JV of the country.
Right.
But she pissed off a lot of people off when she decided to make the comment on the Senate floor that nurses spend half their shift playing cards.
Yeah, I just hope that the nurse that she ends up with when her butt eventually dies of, I'm going to guess, diabetes, I just hope that they don't play too hard of a game and let her die. So, yeah. Really, it's one of those cases where if you're proved right, you still lose.
Here's the thing, okay? Now, I feel like I may have said this in season 1 if anybody wants to go back and listen, but this is a lesson that people apparently still haven't learned. There's certain kinds of people that you just don't fuck with. People that make your food, and people that can save your ass.
Pretty much,
I'm talking firemen, police officers, nurses, anybody that at a point can save your ass. You probably shouldn't piss them off because, well,
anyone who's legally allowed to shove anything up your ass, I would do my best not to make them mad. Because all they have to have is a rough idea of why they're doing it, and it's going up there, all right? So maybe back-talking them, not the greatest plan you got going there. I'm just saying. Go vote on something about a library, and don't trash-talk nurses. That's all I'm saying.
Right. Then we had the hilarious, and now mind you, I'm going to say this, I know that both these examples that I'm doing are women, but they were the two easiest to find. I know congressmen say stupid shit too, but
on a daily basis.
On a daily basis.
Yeah.
Let's be honest.
Peter King's still alive, so here we are.
Yeah. But we have Rashida Tlaib?
Something like that. Something like that. Tlaib.
Tiaib.
Yeah, I mean,
who decided to make a comment on a podcast that she had calming feelings about the Holocaust.
Yeah, that's not a good way to start a sentence.
And then decided to follow that up with about how her ancestors were the ones that were kicked out of their land, and they lost a lot during the Holocaust.
Well, see, what I think here is she's right. She's technically right. She's talking.
I still believe Jews win.
Well, and no. First of all, no one won in the Holocaust. Let's call that. It's not a sports game. What I'm saying is, yes, what she's talking about was Palestine after World War II. I have a history degree, and especially as World War II, so I'm a nerd. Point is,
he gets to finally use it.
Yeah, this is the second time ever. This is the second time ever. After World War II, there was the creation of Israel. Well, the creation of Israel, they displaced a lot of Palestinians. That's what she's talking about. And she's right in that. But when you juxtapose it, I don't know anybody in their right mind who says anything calming about the Holocaust, unless you're a Nazi. I think they're like really calm because they're looking back on it fondly, and then they voted for Trump. The point is, I don't think that's really a good phrase to say something like calming and Holocaust. There are certain words that should never be put in a sentence together. Calming, Holocaust, my mom, and hot. Things like that. You should never say them in a row. It just gets weird. So
that's fair.
It is. It's just, if you're talking about your own mother, don't have the word anything approaching attractive ever, because it's just a weird way to put it. Calming and Holocaust, don't do it.
It starts a whole, really screwed up Oedipus complex.
Yeah, and that's that. Let's leave that to the literature folks, and I'm sure there's some literature nerds out right there right now. Look, an Oedipus reference. Calm down, Jimmy. Calm down. But I mean, I get what she's saying, but there's like
the best part is they didn't expect they expected it from the history major. They didn't expect it from the rednecks.
That's true. That's true. He made
one for the rednecks.
That's right.
Only book I read in school.
And it was that one. That was a heck of a book to read, kid. Damn.
Took me 12 years.
Well, of course.
That's why I said the only book I read in school.
But yeah, I think that's just a weird thing to say. I wouldn't say. I was on a podcast. I wouldn't say it anywhere. Like, that's a thing. Like, those are two separate points to make, and I get it. Don't say it on a podcast. Don't say it really out loud. Move along. You're right. You're technically right. But when you say words like calming and Holocaust, no, that's just a weird way to put. Don't put words in that way. That's bad English. Move on.
And I guess while we're on the topic of our government, I guess we have to bring up, and I didn't realize it had been this long since we've been around. So to our wonderful followers in Sweden, U.S., and all around, I apologize it took this long, but we had a government shutdown.
Yes.
That is, I didn't know they could do that.
That's the...
They just were like, we're not getting away, I'm out. Like, I didn't know that the government could go on strike. That blew my mind. They were just like, all right, so if you don't like the way we're doing it, we'll be back on Tuesday.
There are only two things that happen when a government shuts down. There are three, but there's technically really only two things that anyone who doesn't work for the government will notice. One, parties spend the entire time, that they're not working, but they just do speeches, talk about how they should be working. And the other is they close down state parks. That's it. They close down parks. So if you go to the Smoky Mountains, there's a big gate up. Like, that's it. So when you go, they're like, the zoo, the National Zoo, or things like that. So if you're completely removed from politics or whatever, and you show up in a zoo, like a federal zoo in D.C., which is free, but it was closed, or a national park or whatever, and they're closed, that's why they're closed. Those are the two things. The third thing that happens is people that work for the federal government don't get their paychecks, which I'm surprised, honestly, as long as it's gone, I'm surprised that D.C. didn't catch fire. Because I'll be honest with you, I don't care who you are, I don't care where you work. If I work and my check doesn't come in, somebody's getting in trouble. I don't care who it is, someone. And if it's D.C., I'll be at the Capitol building, okay?
Wait, you're talking about, like, your general, like, you're not talking about, like, Senator Jim didn't have to go to work and doesn't get a paycheck. You're talking about, like, people that work at, like, the
janitors in the Capitol building who did not vote for the shutdown because they don't fucking vote for these things. They didn't get their paycheck. And they didn't get back pay. when there were certain positions that when it came back, when they turned the light switch back on, didn't get back pay.
But they also didn't have to. I mean, they didn't have to go scrub toilets.
Hey, some did. Some did. Some still worked because they were considered vital employees.
But they didn't get paid?
Yeah, until the shutdown because the pay, it takes somebody to actually send out the check. That person didn't have to work. That's the kind of stuff. So that when they shut down, there was three things that happened.
Okay, I don't know how far-reaching that this podcast is, but if you are one of these people that still scrub the toilet and put the little blue thing that I like to pee on at the bottom, every night, and you didn't get paid, I believe you should get to go key a congressman's car.
Well, I'm pretty sure they did.
They fucking should.
But for the record,
in
this return, we're going to surprise the hell out of people. In this return episode, you've had a Oedipus reference and a talk about the government shutdown. You never saw that coming from a thing called Hillbilly Therapy.
Welcome to season 2. The thing is, it's going to get weirder.
Oh, yeah. At least.
Okay. This season's going to get weirder. Just this episode's going to get weirder. Because now we're going to go on to a completely different topic. A little bit more of what the Sam hell. There was a major case, murder case. And I don't know, Dan, are you a true crime fan?
Oh, yeah, I watch all kinds of that crap. I spend a lot of time watching people from the 80s get murdered and get solved and all that crap. Yeah, spend a lot of time on that.
I was like, I'm a big podcast one, so I'll give random plugs to my favorite murder, Small Town Murder, which is probably one of my favorites, and Generation Y. Those are my 3 favorites. I'll give them random plugs for free, unless they want to pay me. For free, unless they want to pay me.
They ain't gonna pay it. It's free. Yeah.
Oh well. But there was a case this year that kind of made national news, and that a girl was sent to prison for coaching her boyfriend into a suicide.
Yeah, that was. It's like, think of like Romeo and Juliet if Juliet was a sociopath. Like, that's the easiest way to explain it.
That is the best way to describe it.
That's it.
And not as pretty.
Because, like, she didn't, like, okay. Romeo and Juliet, now we're going to get to another literary reference.
Yeah, holy crap.
Shakespeare's getting a shout-out today, but...
Think you'll like our page? I'm kidding.
The literary people? Oh, no, they...
Oh, no, I'm talking about William Shakespeare, like, actual William Shakespeare, but...
He's dead.
I know.
He's been dead for a long time, man.
Wouldn't that be crazy, though?
Plus his statuses would be very long. Like, insanely long.
Seriously, if there's anyone out there that knows a guy that is unfortunately named William Shakespeare, please, I pray to you, have him like our page just so that I can...
But he's got to wear, like, the puffy shirts and the gimmick.
Boom. I just want to see the name William Shakespeare likes Hillbilly Therapy.
That would be hilarious.
Please make this happen.
The most unexpected thing ever. But yes. But yeah, she actually... He wanted to do it. She told it, and then when he like backed off and said, "I don't want to do it," like he thought about it for like 10 seconds. She's the one who convinced him to actually do it. That makes it murder. Okay, you convince him. It ain't a suicide when you got a tag team partner. It's murder.
I don't think you're allowed to stand in the courtroom and be like, "He was the love of my life." When you make a sentence like, "Don't be a pussy."
Yeah. When that's an attack.
That is crime.
Yeah,
it was like, I loved him. You sent him the words, "Don't be a pussy."
Yeah.
Blow your brains out.
When you're encouraging the suicide, it's no longer a suicide is a one-man game, okay? When you add another person to it, that's a homicide. That's how that works.
Right?
It's like a murder-suicide without the commitment. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, that was crazy, and like, it went on for like 2 days.
Yep.
Like, there was no part in it that she was like, I should probably call somebody.
Yeah, sociopath. Straight up sociopath.
And then she was like, "I'm the victim." I was like, pretty sure the dude that killed himself is.
Yeah. Well, you have to be a sociopath to be the kind of person to be alive and look at the dead guy and go, "I'm the victim here." No, the guy with the hole in his head is the victim. I think that's how every episode of Law & Order I've ever seen in my life, the guy on the ground is the victim. And it's like, "Yeah, I found the body. I'm the victim." No, you're not. The guy over there covered in blood is the victim. That's how it works. Jerry Orbach would have a nice little quip, and they'd go to the credits. That's how it works.
Right. What's funny is this has actually gotten more popular. People with social media actually being charged for crime.
Yeah, people are getting dumb. People are getting dumb for social media because understand there are numerous, and I say numerous cases of people using social media to either help, brag about, or show evidence against them for committing a crime.
Right.
Like, literally, we're at the point where people post YouTube videos of stuff they're doing while they're doing it. You're like, that's fine if you're doing a podcast or you're playing a video game or something. If you're robbing the 7-Eleven, maybe you shouldn't live tweet it. That's all I'm saying.
Did you see there's a video out there, and please, if you're sitting here confused, go find it, because there is a video of a guy that is like on a Facebook Live that is live tweeting him driving, smoking weed.
Oh yeah.
And then literally he left the phone going while the cop pulled him over.
Yeah. Then they pull him over.
Then you watch him get arrested.
Then after it he puts hashtag, and then he just cites the police station he's going to. Right. Like, he's just gonna, like, hey, if you want to get a hold of me, hit me up at the county jail. Yeah. I'll be there to sign something. Like, that's like it's some kind of world tour for this idiot.
Yeah.
Like, god damn it.
The best part was he had gotten rid of the weed before the cop pulled him over. But see, the problem was the cop found the phone and the video.
Yes.
So the only reason this guy got convicted of a DUI and possession is because he filmed it.
Yeah, we refer you to his Facebook profile, Jimmy Loves Weed. Yeah. Here's the video. Here's the video of him last week.
And it's just heart. Yeah. Jimmy Hearts Weed.
Jimmy Hearts Weed. Here's the previous one. Here's one before. Here's one that just says hashtag weed. That's all it says. Like, I'm seeing a pattern here. That's a 10-minute trial, isn't it?
The judge just walks in.
Like, really?
He's like, I'm not even going to sit down. Guilty.
Yeah. Like, you got marijuana tattooed on your cheek. Like, there's no way. Hashtag weed. Just get in the jail cell.
Sir,
get in the jail.
Sir, you're wearing a shirt that says I heart weed.
Yeah. You ever heard of that case of the guy? Guy got a DUI, and he got a DUI. He had to go to court, and he was going to be late for court. He pulls up to the courthouse, and a stolen car. He stole a car to go to court for a DUI.
Obviously, since we're on a podcast, you cannot see the look on my face. But the look on my face is just like, God damn it.
They could hear the face palm. They could hear it.
That's why I was hoping you could hear it, but not. I had to describe it because it's just like, what the hell?
They could hear that.
Why do I feel like that person's related to me? That's the problem. Every time I hear stories of people that are like, this dumbass, I'm like, it's probably relative.
That says a lot about your family, doesn't it?
It does. Right?
Like, I don't automatically assume that about my family. I mean, it's a huge family, so maybe, but I don't automatically assume it. You know?
I do. All right, now we're going to get into the craziest.
Oh, now it gets crazy.
Yeah,
everything up to this point was sane. This is the crazy part.
Yes, all right. It is. It's not only going to ruin our today, it could ruin our tomorrow, and of course, our childhood.
Oh, dear. Here we go.
Are you ready for this? I don't know if I'm ready to say it, but Aunt Becky from Full House.
Yeah.
Maybe going to prison.
Bribing her way through the Ivies.
Right?
Oh, my God. Nikki and Alex are pissed.
Right? That was one of the craziest things.
Yeah.
Well, the best part was when the first one came out, it was the dude that's on Shameless, the lead guy in Shameless.
William H. Macy.
Yeah, William H. Macy, who, let's be honest, he looks like one of our relatives. I love the man. His wife was the one, and I'm pretty sure, wasn't she on, I don't know why I'm asking Dan this.
Yeah, I don't know who she's married to.
No, but I'm pretty sure she was on Desperate Housewives.
Well, yeah. I mean, who was
the other one was Aunt Becky.
Yeah.
Like, out of all the people, you thought Bob Saget would go to prison before Aunt Becky.
No.
The Olsen twins.
No, Bob Saget is bulletproof. That's the thing.
No.
Bob Saget whatever he's doing, he has not been caught yet, all right? What I'm amazed with this story
he's paid hookers.
He pays hookers, okay.
No, pays them not to tell
No, he gets them. He just don't pay for them. Because he's a pimp, all right? He knows what he's doing. I mean, you don't pay him for the services, let alone to be quiet. He's Bob Saget. He don't care.
Bob fucking Saget.
And Dave Coulier's telling knock-knock jokes somewhere and being really clean. And good for him. Yeah.
And I don't know why. I feel like he'd be even
No,
better
Dave
than
Coulier
Coulier.
is the G-rated comic of all those people. John Stamos is edgier than Dave Coulier. Yeah, he is. Dave Coulier, like, he makes a point of being a clean comic, and there's nothing wrong with that. Jeff Foxworthy's made a career of it, good for him, but Dave Coulier is, like, aggressively clean. It's ridiculous how clean of a comic he is. So that guy, unless they find bodies in his basement when he dies, Dave Coulier is the cleanest one in that whole show. Everyone else is suspect compared to him. Jodie Sweetin had a meth problem, okay? Used to. Not anymore, thank God. But, yeah.
She is.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. But she,
Oh, yeah.
the Olsen twins are them.
Didn't she, like, get a DUI with her kids in the car?
I don't know. She did stuff. And then...
But still, think about that.
Yeah.
All those things. You have the Olsen twins who, together, weigh 90 pounds.
Yeah, if that. And they want to die.
But they're also billionaires.
Oh, God, yes.
I mean,
they made a bunch of movies about them being twins. They've made
most of their money off their fashion.
Well, I'm saying they have. But they originally made a empire off the fact that we're twins. Let's make movies about it. That lasted for 10 years, and then they go into fashion. No. Then they went into fashion.
No,
fashion. Now they're doing this shit.
That money got blown by mom and dad.
Of course it did.
Ironically, up their nose.
The Gary Coleman syndrome. But what I'm saying is, but then they go into fashion, and now, I'll be honest with you, they're adults. Man, they look older than they should. One of them, I don't know who's who, and I don't care. One of them looks sick. I don't mean...
Both of them.
Yeah, I mean, they don't... whatever. There's nothing wrong with skinny. They look sick skinny. There's something wrong with them.
But luckily, the two parents that gave us those 90 pounds also gave us the beautiful...
Oh, yeah, Elizabeth Olsen. They gave us an Avenger, people.
Yes.
An Avenger.
Right. We got two fashion icons and
an Avenger.
An Avenger.
There we go. But yeah, Lori Loughlin, bribing with... What I'm amazed by this story, you get back to her, because Aunt Becky's going to matter for about 3 more months. What amazed me about Lori Loughlin was apparently she was bribing. They were changing scores and bribing to get these schools. I was amazed. I was surprised at the fact that people were surprised. You're telling me that rich people haven't been bribing their way into schools since the beginning of time? When Harvard opened its doors, I guarantee there was some guy in frilly pants bribing his way to get his retarded son into school to learn, like, physics or something. The guy didn't know 2 plus 2. He thought 2 plus 2 equaled cat, and he got in. You know why? Because some frilly pants bastard paid enough shillings.
He paid 3 cows.
Yeah. He spent enough shillings to get the guy in. The guy's like, I'll do anything. And they made him a doctor, all right? So the idea that Lori Loughlin's bribing her kid's way into an Ivy school doesn't surprise me at all. How do you think legacies work, gentlemen? If your parents or someone close to you went to an Ivy League school, you're likely to get into an Ivy League school. You know why? Because they all work together. So the idea that rich people pay their way into schools, what? You're telling me, I'm going to say it again, you're telling me Donald Trump was scoring straight A's? Bullshit. Bullshit. I'm going to call it.
And he's our president.
Yeah, you think he did A's?
Winner, chicken dinner.
When he went to Wharton, you think he pulled A's? This son of a bitch thinks he's a 70-year-old man, and he thinks windmills give people cancer. You're telling me he pulled A's in his astronomy class in college? Bull, all right? So rich people get into schools they don't belong? Yeah, that's called being rich in America.
All right. Since we're close to the end of this first episode, there's a phrase in that whole little thing you did not use that I know people are waiting for. There's a phrase that became very famous.
I'm keeping all the arson references down.
Nope.
I'm keeping them down.
Nope. It's going to become one of our things. We may get a T-shirt that says it if we're not sued for it. But there's a phrase that they've all been waiting to hear.
Burn it down.
Burn it down.
That's right.
All right, that comes to our catch-up episode of Hillbilly Therapy. So, once again, go to facebook.com/Hillbilly Therapy. Like the page, share the page. But most importantly, leave us a question. What kind of problems you have? Maybe you have a fight with your significant other that you need us to help with. Message us and everything, and we'll see you next week. I've said this before, but you ain't gotta go home, but you gotta get the hell out of here. You guys have a good night.